So I'm over here chilling on the YouTube TL when I just so happened to stumble upon the Atomsmith's video titled Arkham Batman Isn't a Great Batman, and I'm here to tell y'all straight up,
that is false.
Now I may or may not be a teeny bit of an Arkham Batman glazer, but by no means am I obsessed with the character or anything. I mean, it's not like I would yap about him for minutes on end and praise the man like crazy. That could never be me for real. It's always weird when fans are so fixated on a character they'd give them nicknames or hold that character at such a high pedestal. Anyways, it's time to defend my glorious King Arkham Batman and how he in fact is not a bad depiction of the character in any way, shape, or form. Obviously this isn't hate to the Atomsmith or anything. He makes pretty good videos, so there is no malicious intent here. I just respectfully disagree.
I love you.
Wait, what?
I'll show you some parts of the video and give my take as to why the points brought up don't work, at least in my point of view.
Although Arkham Batman does save people somewhat regularly, that's kind of mostly what he does. He just beats the shit out of the people that he finds in these cities. I feel like I can list on my fingers the amount of people he saved in City, right? It was like the nurses? Quincy Sharp that one time?
I mean, yeah, I guess Batman in Arkham City didn't really save that many people if you neglect him saving the countless political prisoners throughout Arkham City, saving Vicky Vale from getting shot by a couple of Joker snipers, saving Jack Ryder twice in the beginning of the game, and prevented him from getting killed by Deadshot in the side mission. He also saved the numerous cops who were captured by Penguin in the Iceberg Lounge. There was that one nurse who was hiding from the Tiger Guards and a bunch of other goons underneath Wonder Tower when Batman was in search for Ra's al Ghul's blood, saved Catwoman, and the person Mad Hatter kidnapped in that other side mission. But yeah, Batman didn't really save that many people in the game.
One of the biggest things that's always grinded my gears about Arkham Batman was one of his, very first lines in Arkham Asylum. And it was right after he take down Victor Zsasz. He just calls him an animal.
Someone put this animal back in his cell.
Like, what? It does not seem very heroic, Bruce. It doesn't seem like you're viewing these people as people, obviously. You're kind of calling them animals.
Maybe because Victor Zsasz is a serial killer? I'm not sure why Batman, or anyone for that matter, would go out of their way to convey empathy or compassion for a guy who literally places his victims in specific poses after killing them and leaves tally marks on his body for every single kill. Batman calling him an animal is justified in every way. It's freaking Victor Zsasz. He's no saint.
Another moment that shows that Arkham Batman is not a great Batman was one that I didn't even realize until very recently, funny enough. The ending of Arkham City when he goes to save Talia instead of the entirety of Arkham City, who's currently being destroyed by missiles. But also, you're throwing the whole mission away if you do that, dude. You're letting all these innocent people, well, they're not innocent actually, some of them are, the political prisoners maybe, but you know what I mean. You're letting all these people die just to go save one person. That's very selfish.
See, this would be a fair criticism if it wasn't for the fact that Batman literally ended up stopping Protocol 10 before saving Talia from Joker. By this logic, Peter Parker from Marvel's Spider-Man is a selfish prick during the whole Devil's Breath crisis when Aunt May ended up getting sick. When confronting Morgan Michaels, Peter asks what would happen if the Devil's Breath cure were to be used on someone in that instant, but the problem is that there wouldn't be enough to cure the other infected people.
It's still viable. We'll need the entire sample as a base to produce more doses.
How long will that take?
A few hours, maybe a day.
What if we use it to cure someone right now?
Then there won't be enough to cure the others.
Peter deadass was about to inject the cure for May, but ended up not doing so because he came to his senses, even though it would result in the loss of his beloved aunt. Does that make Peter Parker a selfish lunatic because he considered saving his dying aunt that he cares about over the people of New York?
No.
And again, Batman literally was convinced by Alfred to stop Protocol 10 first. Another example of Batman not being selfish in the Arkham games is when Bruce figured out in Arkham Origins that Bane knew his identity and was about to immediately go to the Batcave to make sure Alfred was safe, but he had to stop Firefly before he could do so.
Alfred, Firefly has hostages on the Pioneers Bridge. I need to deal with him before coming back.
Can't you just let the police handle Mr. Linz? Especially in light of what we've just learned.
I can't abandon those hostages. They're in jeopardy because of me, because of the bounty Joker placed on my head. They'll be safe in the Batcave.
Should we even get started on how Tim Drake is treated pretty much throughout the entire series? I mean, he has one appearance in City, and he gets treated like dog shit. Bruce tells him to fuck off, basically. And in Arkham Knight, it's, he gets shoved in a cage. He gets shoved in a crate. And, Yeah, that's that.
I kind of fail to understand how Tim gets treated poorly in that one rooftop scene in Arkham City right after Batman puts a tracker on one of Talia's elite guard. All Batman does is reassure Tim that he'll be fine and that Tim is better off helping with the literal fact that Joker's infected blood was sent to countless hospitals in Gotham. He's not pushing him aside because he thinks he's lesser than.
I had it under control. Why did Alfred send you?
He was worried about you.
Take this. Get it analyzed and start searching the hospitals and emergency rooms. Anyone with this blood in them will be dead within 24 hours.
Whose blood is it? Oh, it's yours, isn't it? I'll get it to the hospitals and come back. You need my help here.
I can handle it. You're needed in Gotham. Things could get worse, much worse.
You think? If Strange really knows who you are, what happens if he tells everyone? How will you...
Trust me. I'll find a way.
If you need me, you know where I am.
I know. Now go.
And while Batman did kind of get carried away with what was done with Tim, it wasn't out of spite or thinking Tim wasn't deserving of being put out into the field. He is genuinely terrified of what could happen to Tim and doesn't want to risk him getting hurt out there or worse. Not to mention Batman throughout most of the narrative was exposed to Scarecrow's fear toxin, making his fear of turning into the Joker and losing the ones he cares about amplified by like 11.
I almost feel like Arkham Batman is just so cold and so inhuman. It's almost as if Bruce actually fell for the Killing Joke's idea that one bad day can reduce the sanest man alive to lunacy. We all know he's a rich man that dresses up in a bat costume and goes out to beat up criminals, right? Like even on a surface level, that doesn't seem very sane. But then even in relation to Arkham Batman, he doesn't seem to care about most people. I feel like this can be displayed in his side characters, especially.
Are you sure about that?
You're Robin, Jason. You're not what he made you. Stop! Stop talking to me! You did this to me. I'm sorry. You left me to rot in that abandoned wing of Arkham for over a year! With him. It's not too late. We can fix this. Together. Alfred, I found Jason.
Excuse me, sir. I must have misheard you. For a moment, I thought you said that you'd found Master Todd.
You heard right.
My God, is he all right?
No. No, he's not. She's gone, Alfred.
What do you mean?
Barbara. Scarecrow was punishing me. He killed her.
No. Oh, my... Well, sir, we need to focus. The people of Gotham need you.
I should have protected her, Alfred. She's dead because of me.
I mean, Batman in Arkham Origins went out of his way to fight all of the 8 assassins because he knew they'd put innocent civilians in danger to attract his attention, in which he didn't want to take that risk. Or how about when he was distraught when Alfred nearly died and had to resuscitate him with his electric shock gloves? How about the point you brought up earlier, because clearly Batman cared about Talia al Ghul? Bruce literally sacrifices his secret identity in order to save Robin and Jim Gordon when they were captured by Scarecrow at the end of Arkham Knight, and was willing to fake his death to protect the ones closest to him.
So, here's the part where you tell me off.
I'm proud of you, Dick.
Are you feeling okay?
This is the end. This is the last time we meet.
Don't talk like that. Alright, this won't stop you. Nothing stops you.
Keep Bloodhaven safe. Promise me.
It's okay, Bruce. I get it. You just don't want me hanging around, stealing the limelight.
Dick.
I won't let you down.
I know.
But this is in stark contrast with the fact that Arkham Batman doesn't seem to care for the criminal that he beats to a pulp. There are some occasions where empathy is shown, sure, like how he calls the villains by their first names and, you know, the fact that he doesn't just murder them, supposedly. But usually it seems more like Bruce is a man on a mission to stop criminals almost at any cost rather than actually helping them.
Again, I'm not sure why one would need to show empathy to the freaking Batman's rogues gallery out of all things. These people in question are either superpowered psychos or regular mofos who consistently put innocents in danger for their grand schemes. Should Batman show empathy towards Professor Pig, who experimented on people and made them into his dolls that couldn't feel any pain, or when he killed people? What about the Warden in the Killer Croc mission in the Season of Infamy DLC? I mean, he experimented and tortured Killer Croc and other thugs for his selfish desires. Deacon Blackfire literally tried to sacrifice Jack Ryder for some ritual. Should Scarecrow have a good old talking to, despite the fact he wanted to engulf the entire east coast of America in fear toxin? Also, saying Batman isn't willing to help others just isn't true. He literally helps Mr. Freeze find his wife Nora, who was being held in the Cyanus steel mill, even after the fact Mr. Freeze tried to kill Batman just moments earlier. Or how about when Batman helped Bane destroy all the Titan containers in Arkham City in that side mission before Bane ended up betraying him?
Nightwing, who, like I said, didn't have a voice actor, but also got his ass beat by Harley Quinn. It's like, what? The power levels in this universe make zero sense. It's Batman over literally everybody else.
I can agree, however, that they did hoe Nightwing in Arkham Knight, especially with that Harley Quinn boss fight, as well as when he got captured or held at gunpoint twice by the Penguin.
This nigga is trash.
They don't really give Arkham Batman a chance to take off his mask and actually be Bruce Wayne. And when he does, he never feels like the same Bruce Wayne that we get to see in the animated series. He's not playful and funny and charismatic. He's dark and brooding and rarely has the chance to do anything but take the world seriously.
While Arkham Bruce Wayne certainly isn't as fleshed out as the animated series, saying Bruce Wayne was just cold to everyone around him or that he wasn't charming or funny is just simply incorrect.
In a few moments, Bruce Wayne will be live on stage to explain his sudden interest in Gotham politics. The infamous Playboy millionaire has never been one to—
Billionaire, Vicky. Millionaires are so last year.
Please. Mr. Boyle seems to be after your title as Gotham's biggest philanthropic industrialist.
Gotham needs more people like him.
Bruce!
Hey.
I am blown away by your support.
It's well deserved. You're going to change the world, Ferris.
Hey, we'll change it together, right?
Bruce? It's Vicky. Are you there? I know you're listening to these messages. Look, if it's about that article, blame Ryder. I had nothing to do with it, I swear. Call me, okay? I miss you, Brucey. Bruce, it's Cassie. You do remember me, right? Listen, I had, so much fun the other night. You are nothing like what I read in the papers. Anyway, call me when you get this. I got a couple of cute friends who are dying to meet you.
Since it is a video game franchise, it's no surprise that the combat-oriented aspects of the character would be the center focus, but it's not to say that beating up thugs is the only thing he cares about in these games, and having that mentality is kinda disingenuous to the arcs and stories the character went through in the Arkham series. Him not showing compassion to literal psychotic murderers or calling them animals doesn't make him any less of a character, which is shown through the countless people he's helped and saved over the course of the series. Sure, the Bat family definitely should have been more prominent. I mean, I don't even think Dick Grayson and Tim Drake even shared screen time in any of the games. But to say he doesn't care about them, that's just not the case at all. But hey, that's just my 2 cents on the character as a whole. Again, nothing against the Atomsmith. I just thought I'd refute some of the points that were brought up.